Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here streaming Sunday evening for the Sunday Sprint Madness. What is the Sunday Sprint Madness? Sunday Sprint Madness is a one-make series using the Toyota SFR. The drivers who wish to take part in this league will have to tame the little pocket rocket that is the SFR. Although no tuning is available, you will have to try your hand at 3 different tyres. There's going to be 3 15-minute races. This championship will require drivers to use the Toyota SFR for a complete season. Races will take place in a sprint format consisting of 3 races per meeting. One race will be based on fastest first from qualifying. Race 2 will be the reverse grid of the previous race results from race 1, and race 3 will be the reverse grid based on previous race results from race 2. I'm trying to see where the tyre rule is. Here we go. Tyre compounds, racing softs, racing mediums, and racing hards. You must use 1 tyre per race, 3 racers using 3 different tyre compounds. You are not permitted to use the same tyre twice in a single meeting. You must use the same tyre on both axles. You must start the race on the tyre you qualify on. Pit stops are prohibited during the sprint races, and they've got to come up with their own liveries. Everything that you need to know, you have now been informed, and let's have a look at that grid. Woohoo! Steady on. Where is everyone? Yeah, the numbers are dwindling with the we're in that sort of limbo between GT Sport and GT7 at the moment, and it's a strange times, but we're just ploughing on through like you do. Ensign Hewitt in the chat saying hi thingy, hi all, and Skyjacker saying good evening sir. Well, hello guys, it's nice of you to take part. So far we have Skyjacker in his monster Toyota, Jim in a Force India it looks like. Hang on, let's have a look at the side of it. Castrol, sorry, Toyota Castrol. We've got Koikarp in the Red Bull Flyer, and Ensign Hewitt, he's being sponsored by Toyota Panasonic. There we go, a hark back to an old age of F1 when they had the little jock driving for an F1 team. No one had thought he'd get into F1. Here we go then. So yeah, they're just tootling around. I think qualifying's been put back because we were all a little late. I was a little late, they were a little late, everyone's a little late. We're all gone mad. And we've got another guy, brand new guy, Dan Wolf. We're looking forward to seeing him in action. Here he is, he's joined the room. Getting excited, his fingers are tingling as we get ourselves ready for this. There is a couple more people signed up in this. Hopefully, you know, next week it'll look a little fuller. But yeah, there is a couple more. Pat can't make the first couple of weeks, I believe. It's 8 rounds we're going for in this. Today we're at Lago Maggiore East Side, and round 2 will be Interlagos, round 3 Big Willow, and Dan Wolf's left the room. Dan Wolf looks like he's struggling with some sort of connector of the server. It's official, there's more people watching than there is racing. Koikarp's asking if we are ready. I reckon he's given up on Dan Wolf now. It's a lost cause. He's wanting to get quali underway, or we'll be here all night. So as they all let them know they're ready. And they've all readied up to say they're going for a 15-minute sprint race. Jim in the chat saying hello. Hi Jim. Good luck my friend. Get yourself in there. Mixed up. Dicing it. Shoulders back. Best foot forward. That's the way to go. So here we go into the qualifying session, which is 10 minutes long. And Skyjacker, he looks to be starting on those medium tyres, getting the middle set of tyres out the way early doors. Koikarp has opted for a set of hard tyres. Jimbo on also a set of hard tyres, getting the slower tyre out the way for race 1. And Ensign Ewart, he's going for a set of softs, so Ensign Ewart must be a bit of a favourite for pole, but it's looking like he's really... is an understeer nightmare. And it looks like he's just trying to see how much steering lock he can get in to get these cars around the corners. Skyjacker, meanwhile, he's out there at the head of the pack. Oh, no in-car. Okay, we'll go for Bonnet. So Skyjacker on board as we go around Maggiore East Side. And this is only an outlap. We're just killing a bit of fuel here as we make our way around. Dan Wolf has joined again. If he can hang on, I'm sure he'll be put to the back of the grid for the first race. As they make their way around. And now here we go. Skyjacker on his flying lap. Third gear in that first corner. Knocks it down to second gear for the second corner. Heavy on that accelerator. The back end wanting to come around. Up to fourth as he swings through. No lift. No lift needed there. Slips it down to third for this corner for this right-hander. Always dropping. He runs out of a bit of road there. Heading down towards it's a very big corner, this one. You can take quite a lot of speed into it, then scupper the speed, and you have to kill the speed. Definitely there. Third gear though, not bad. Is he going to tap it down? No, stays in third. Great drive through there from a Skyjacker. This one should be barely a lift, I'd imagine. No, and knocked down the gear one. I thought he'd be feathering it through here, but he knocked it down to fourth and floored it. Beautiful stuff from Skyjacker as he heads up the hill to the right, foot planted all the way, then heavy on the brakes. Very tight corner here, down to second gear. The car trying to slide away from the apex, but he's got it under control. Back on the accelerator again, heading down the start finish straight to set a time of 1:25.7, which puts him on pole for the time being, but the other guys are on different sets of tyres. Koikarp managing a 25.8 on his set of hard tyres. Jim has managed a 26.1 on his hard tyres, and Ensign Ewart not managing to beat Skyjacker on a set. He's on a set of softs versus Skyjacker's mediums, and it does look like they've got tyre wear on, so I don't know if they'll be pitting during qualifying to get a fresher set of tyres on when they run the fuel out. It's probably the way they want to go. It does confuse things though when they pit. It might confuse the computer and they all start freaking out on what tyres. I didn't see anything about pit stop, but if they've put tyre wear in qualifying, it's you can't qualify on an old set of tyres, can you, if they're torn. It looks okay though so far. Only 4 minutes into the session. They are showing a little red for the softs. Maybe that's why Coy and Jim opted for the hard tyre. It'll be the same all throughout the session. Whereas that racing soft, it looks like you've only got a small window at the beginning of qualifying. He's getting purples now. He's behind Jim on track. Jim on the hard tyres. Koikarp also hard tyres. Skyjacker makes his way around. He goes faster again. 24.5. Over a second faster than what he found in the first lap. Jim coming around to the line. He's giving Ensign Ewart a lovely tow. Ensign Ewart does go faster, but not faster than Skyjacker. And there's Koikarp. He didn't go any faster in that lap. Jim also not finding any more pace. 5 minutes into the session now. We're halfway through qualifying, and Sky dominance early on in. While the other guys aren't hit up. I mean, it's not great numbers, I know, but like I said, at the moment, this is all in a bit of limbo because of the two games out there. No, 10 signed up for it. But Barry Twins isn't back until mid-September. Pat's missing the first 2 rounds. Sometimes it's just due to it being an earlier race on a Sunday. Koi Carp, the host. There we go, Skyjack. So that answers that question. They can change tyres in qualifying. They can't change tyres in the race, but in qualifying, they can. Koi Carp going faster again at 25.6, putting him 7 tenths behind Ensign. And that's good for Ensign to know, because I suppose coming after his next... well, really, he should have gone in. He might not have enough time. That was the window to make the pit stop, I think. Ensign Newitt did a 1:30.5 there. If that's down to his tyres, that would have been a perfect one to come into the pits, do an out lap, and then he'd probably have time to do 2 flying laps at the end there. He still might get a flying lap in, but it's going to be very tight for him. He's got to get to the end of this lap, get in the pits, get the tyres changed, get back out again, get his out lap done before the timer runs out. We're already showing 3 minutes 20 seconds on that timer. So yeah, he might have cooked his goose there. He's 2 tenths down on his time in the first sector. He's coming very close to Skyjacker, but Skyjacker's on an out lap, so I imagine Skyjacker will be more than happy just to move out of his way when he gets there. And it's getting rather exciting. 3 minutes left on the clock, and he's a 1/10.5 down on his own time. He's 3.5 tenths down on Skyjacker. Skyjacker moving out of his way, as has, it looks like, Jim. Jim getting out of the way of Skyjacker as well. And he's, well, look at him. He's gone round again. He's not, is he? No, he's just going to keep running, even if those tyres are a bit bold. But he's got a better time, pulled in Skyjacker by nearly 1/10.5, so maybe he's got more in that car yet. Skyjacker on a run with a fresh set of medium tyres. Koi Carp, he's only half a second ahead of Jim. Jim at the moment on those hard tyres, struggling to find that pace. He did back off that last lap. This could be a good run for him. He did back off to let the 2 cars behind him go, so he could concentrate on his lap. We don't get an in-car, I'm afraid. We see Jim on those hard tyres. You can see the difference in grip from after when we sat on with Ensign Newitt. Was it Ensign or was it Sky? I can't remember who we sat on with. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. So far the running order is Skyjacker, Ensign Newitt, Koi Carp and Jim. And Skyjacker, that's pretty good because he's on medium tyres. Ensign Newitt on the soft tyres. Koi Carp and Jim both on the hard tyres. Jim trying to find half a second to get up there with Koi Carp. We're sat on board with him. Ensign Newitt going faster, but still not fast enough for qualifying. Skyjacker, he's gone across. Dan's left the room again just as we're coming to the end of quali. And does Jim find a bit more time? He does not, unfortunate. So, what's changed? Skyjacker at 23.8, 7 tenths faster than Ensign Newitt. Ensign Newitt does go faster than his previous time, but now those tyres are cooked. This is his final run, but I don't think his tyres have got it in them. Koi Carp, he's at 9 tenths off of Ensign, but Ensign's on the soft tyre, so he can't hope to gain any ground on him. Koi Carp will be the first to cross the line to end his qualifying session, and he really is just concentrating on staying ahead of Jim, I imagine, as they're the only 2 on the hard tyre. And I think Dan Wolf's left. He couldn't wait until the end of qualifying. I don't know if we'll find a way of getting him back in. And Koi Carp crosses the line, and then he can get it, because Dan Wolf's on the Discord asking if he can join. So Koi doesn't go any faster. Who's next across the line? It's going to be Ensign Newitt. Has he found any extra time? Doesn't look like it, but Skyjacker's flying behind him. He doesn't go faster. Skyjacker doesn't go faster, but he's got pole as Jim brings her on home. Can he find that half a second on Koikarp? Gets faster, but just not fast enough. Now I imagine these guys are going to quit out, and then Dan Wolf will join in 5th place, and he gets free choice of tyres because he didn't qualify, so he can pick whatever tyre he wants. These guys will be asked to quit out, so I'm not going to get all excited about the start of the race. And let's hope it's going to be a good race out there with only 4 of them on different tyres as well. It's going to be a real struggle this first round. And Koikarp asking the guys to exit. And there they all go. So still a little time to wait till our 15-minute race as Koikarp gets into the settings, makes it host choose grid, and then Koikarp will sort out the grid. One of the Sunday Sprint madness in those Toyota SFRs or something, TSFRs or something. And Dan Wolf is his first race with us. He's still finding his feet out there. I wonder if he's even got... He's got the rookie sticker. A lovely turquoise blue looking car. So everyone's entered. Dan Wolf, he's American. Nice. He's opted for a medium tyre there. Same as Skyjacker. Skyjacker getting that pole with Ensign Ewart on the softs just behind him. And it'll be interesting to see how Ensign Ewart can get on with those soft tyres against Skyjackers. Mediums at the beginning of the race. Jim and Koikarp battling it on the hards, and Dan Wolf will be looking for a way by. Here he goes. First time on track to see our friend Dan Wolf, car 15. He looks splendid. Hasn't picked up a sponsor. It seems he's gone back in, just showing us a little bit of what he's got. What he's got looks good. So then here we go. Koikarp change room so he can set the grid. And in the chat we have Skyjacker saying surprised with that. Thought Ensign had pole in bag at start of quali from practice times. Yeah. Binko saying evening thingy, hoping for a good race despite the numbers. Good luck, chaps. Ensign Ewart saying couldn't put it together, bud. That's Ensign Ewart's story. He couldn't put it together. Now Koikarp started final. I'm not there. Hang on. I think he would have put me there anyway, but I'll just hang out with the boys in the pit lane as we make our way to the grid for the start of race 1 of 3 from round 1 of 8, isn't it? Of the Sunday Sprint madness in the SFR Racing Concept 2016 Toyota. Skyjacker is the first pole sitter of the season. That camera is... Anyway, it'll do. Ensign Ewart versus Skyjacker. And it's... go here at Lago Maggiore, east side, and Skyjacker a great start. Ensign Ewart staying with him all the way. Jim and Koikarp. Jim's done at Koikarp off the line. A great drive for Jim off the line there. And Dan Wolf, he's got some action ahead of him on those medium tyres, but he's got to get used to this car. I don't know how much testing he's managed to be able to fit in down there in Yankland. Skyjacker, meanwhile, trying to stave off Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart on it already. Koikarp's gone for a move on Jim, and Jim now hands full with the American, who comes up alongside him. And let's get a good closer view there as the American Toyota in the medium tyres tries to get a move done on Jimbo, but Jimbo, wily driver, he knows what to do as Dan Wolf has a little squirrel there in the corner. Jim tries to drive away. Koikarp, great move on Jim, and he's propelled himself somewhat a second and a half ahead of him. Meanwhile, these two battling it out. Skyjacker 2/10 ahead of Enson Newett. Enson Newett wants to get the move done early doors while he's got the grip, because his grip will run less than Skyjacker's come later in this 15-minute race. We saw even just 10 minutes of qualifying, Enson Newett's tyres starting to go away from him. These are the fastest choice of tyres. Getting a toe off of Skyjacker down the straight, but not enough to get up the inside of him. This is a corner you can really go for the outside, and then it puts you on the inside for this corner. So one to think of. He's gone wide though. He's gone wide. He's got it back together, and he's still on the tail of Skyjacker. Koikart, meanwhile, 1.1 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim starting to bear down on Koikart and zero in on his rear derriere, as Dan Wolf 1.7 seconds behind Jim. He's getting used to that Toyota also. Cracking racing. Skyjacker then trying to run away on those medium tyres as Enson Newett gets sloppy in some corners. He's got to get precise. He's got to zero in. That concentration is all about the mindset. I saw the guys talking about it in Discord, any advantages they could get, and it's all about braking, not braking late either, just the perfect amount of braking, carrying the speed through the corners, and mindset is a big part of it. The concentration, keeping that concentration going at 100% throughout the race, because as soon as the lack of concentration happens, small mistakes happen in corners, braking mistakes, turning, all sorts of mistakes. So Enson Newett trying to get that micro bullet concentration on the back of Skyjacker's car so he can go on to attack. Skyjacker in the zone. Look at him, he is flying. Koikart meanwhile 1.2 seconds. He's keeping same pace as Jim, but Jim's closed in a little bit more. Dan Wolf dropping off of him again with those racing medium tyres, and he's just getting used to the Toyota, I believe, as Jim trying to close that gap between himself and Koikart. Meanwhile, Enson Newett 4 seconds ahead of the hard runners, while Skyjacker maintaining a second lead on Enson Newett, but Enson Newett is trying to bring it to the rear end of Sky as Sky flies. Jim meanwhile trying to close up on Koikart here. Whoosh. And he's just got to wait for Koi to make a mistake or something, try and put him under a bit of pressure to make him force an error on Koikart. He's got no one he's racing in front at the moment, Koi, so all he's got to do is concentrate on Jim behind. Dan Wolf's dropped a little bit more time to these guys. Again, he might be just trying to get ready, get used to the Toyota, as Jim draws ever closer. 8 tenths now away from Koikart. Jim on the move and heading very speedily towards Koi. Meanwhile, Skyjacker half a second, so Skyjacker losing a bit of time. No, I think Enson Newett finding the sweet spot of that Toyota. 24.5 his last time around, and he's very much closing in on Skyjacker now. Skyjacker could be in trouble with those medium tyres, as Enson Newett tyres in the sweet spot on lap 4, and he's finding some extra pace out there. Skyjacker's car sliding around in the corners a little bit. The mediums, we do see they go off a little bit. They take a longer time to get warmed up, and they usually start good on lap 1, and then they have a little fade, and then they come back again. But at the moment, Enson Newett getting the best use out of his racing soft tyres, and he's really bringing the noise up to Skyjacker. And Skyjacker, all he can do is go defensive, and we've seen Skyjacker defensive, and boy, can he be wrong. Koikart has had a huge problem. There you see, we see the end of it. He's had a big spin around, and that's given Dan Wolf and Jim the opportunity to get through. Oh my gosh, he's having to do a 3-point turn in the road. You were on your own, you could have just donutted that one, bruh. But yeah, so Koikart having an issue in the Toyota. That's how easy it's gone. And Jim now is in 3rd place with Dan Wolf 6 seconds down the road. He's doing a 27s, regular 27s. Jim doing 25.6 that last time around on his Racing Hard tyre. Ensign Ewart 3/10. He did a 24.3 last time around on Skyjacker. Skyjacker having to be a very wide Toyota at the moment in the monster shredder. And in the chat, Binko saying, come on, Jim, just like we practiced, mate. Jim doing a perfect job at the moment. Third spot, could be a podium. We've got 8.5 minutes remaining. Skyjacker's got his hands full with Ensign Ewart, but Ensign Ewart's tyres are only going to go one way. Jim at the moment, 125.6 from him last time around. Dan Wolf in the 27s. Koi Carp had a massive spin. And is he going to be able to get himself back into the 25s and drag himself back into this race? He might need someone else. That's the thing with sprints. If you do drop off the track, it's very difficult to get back into it. You've got to really rely on other people making mistakes to bring you back in the race. And at the moment, Dan Wolf doing a solid job, staying ahead of the Red Bull Koi Carp, as Skyjacker again under more pressure from Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart, he's got to go for a decisive move pretty soon, or he's going to lose the tyre and make this rather easy for Skyjacker. Skyjacker's still looking like he's sliding around out there, but he got a 24.6 out of his Toyota last time around. 24.8. 24.8 for Ensign Ewart. Jim 26.8. Dan Wolf though he's 28.3. The tyres may be starting to go away from these guys. They do look like they're struggling with a bit of grip out there. And Koi Carp 26 on his comeback lap. Skyjacker eking out a bit of time. Is that it? 7 minutes remaining, halfway through, just over halfway through, over halfway through this race. We're on lap 6. And it's seesawing, really. Skyjacker had it up to 8/10, but Ensign Ewart's closing the gap a little more. Big, wide one there for Ensign. It could be his tyres, could be his speed. Jim, meanwhile, 11 seconds shy of the soft-tyred runner, but he's on a totally different compound. Well, I say consistent, fast. But not as consistent as we've seen him in the past, but very consistently fast. So, Jim, he seems to be doing well in this Toyota. Koi Carp 26.0 is last time around. He comes across the line, and he manages 26.1. That's what Jim's doing as well. 26.0, 25.6. Did a 26.8. But I think that might have been avoiding Koi Carp. Ensign Ewart 5/10 up the Jaxie of Skyjacker. Under 6 minutes to go. Skyjacker seems to have this one under control, doesn't he? He's just got the fastest lap with a 24.2. That is soul destroying for Ensign Ewart. 24.5. He must have thought he was on for a good lap, but he's already done a 24.3. So his lap time's been beat by a 10th by the medium-clad monster shredder out there. And Dan Wolf, a solid drive, but he's losing time to Koi Carp, who's about 2 seconds a lap faster. 5 minutes to go. Dan Wolf may find that he's going to get caught here, and he's going to have to watch out. Now, I'm thinking he looks like he knows what he's doing out there. No offs. He's doing everything that's sweet as a nut. Gear changes seem good. I think he just got caught out with the handling of the Toyota. Probably not done a massive amount of practice. So I think Dan Wolf, he's going to be all right for himself come the end of this championship. Come the couple of rounds into this championship. Dan Wolf there, 27 then. He's not quite in the 26s yet. And again, Skyjacker doing a 24.6. He's solid there. The mediums are in the sweet spot. 24.8 for Ensign Ewart. He's really giving a fight of it. Jim at the moment just pulling away from the guys behind him. And it's almost a guaranteed podium for Jim at the moment. The Castrol, a Toyota runner. car 66. Now Koikart, 25.5 from Koikart last time around. He's really pushing those hards. And Dan Wolf might be in trouble before the end of the race. And Skyjacker, he's pulled away, hasn't he? 1.5 seconds now from Ensign Ewart as they cross the line to start lap 9. 14 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim's 12 seconds ahead of Dan Wolf, but Dan Wolf in trouble at the moment as the Red Bull Toyota is starting to close in on Dan Wolf. As we come down the start straight, we're checking out how Dan Wolf does in the first corner, braking. Brakes just after the 100-meter mark, gets into the corner very sweetly. Again, he's a bit wide coming into that corner. Coy gaining by getting onto the apex a bit. Dan Wolf, though, he's on the apex of that corner, takes through a nice bit of speed. Again, oh, he looks like he's gone wide again, missed the apex of that corner, and that gives Koikart another opportunity. And it looks like Dan Wolf likes to late brake. And he's missing the apexes and losing hella time on Coy. There, not too bad, but again, Coy closing in on Dan. Little by little, Dan having to do what he can to keep Koikart behind, but Coy's lines are true and sweet as he closes in on the American. The American's gone out wide there. Coy's going for the inside line, and he's going to go for the move, and he's got the move done, and Koikart up into 4th place. Dan Wolf into 5th. So Skyjacker 2 seconds on Ensign now, and I think Ensign's tyres have had their best day, and Skyjacker is bringing her home for a victory. I think he got a victory during the week as well, did he not? So Skyjacker back on form in the winning ways, in the winning circle. Ensign Ewart, well-deserved a podium, and Jim looking for a podium as well. 1.5 minutes left of racing on the clock, so this lap and next lap possibly for some of these guys. Koikart trying to pull away from Dan. Dan just wants to sit on the back of Coy now, see where he brakes, see how he gets through the corners, and see what he can glean. See what he can glean from the master that is Koikart. Runner-up of our 1v1 series, meaning he is the second best, only beaten by Homesick Alien when we had the 1v1 tournament. So Koikart, not to be diced with. Fast guy. Skyjacker, meanwhile, 2.7 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart, crosses the line for probably his final lap of the race. Ensign Ewart, if he doesn't drop it, then he is got a guaranteed second place, although he got a wheel off the ground then, did he? Breaking into that corner. Jim all on his own. Bit of a lonely race for Jim, but I think he'll take it. A great podium position on his his debut for the Toyota Sunday Sprint Madness. And yeah, all's good for Jim. Koikart, 26.2 his last time around. Dan Wolf not being able to live with those times. He's not been able to get it under the 27s on those medium tyres. He's gotten a bit wide. Back end's coming around. He's collected her up. He definitely can drive. He's got to ease up on the braking. I think it's the braking that's costing him time. Skyjacker, meanwhile, stretching his legs even more from Ensign Ewart. Fly, my sweet, fly. And Skyjacker bringing it around the final corner. Car 99, matte black, electric green, monster. Brings her home for the checkered flag. And them stats just to keep her coming up. Ensign Ewart grabs a second spot. Great drive from Ensign Ewart. Jimbo coming around the final corner to take yet again another podium position in the Virtual Racers Club Take a boo, my son. Well done, Jim. Koi Carp coming home in fourth. Recovery drive from Koi. Managed to get down Wolf there in the end, but that was all. Fourth place for Koi Carp after his spin. And the best he could have hoped for. And Dan Wolf bringing it home in fifth. Great debut, my friend. Great drive. But it's this man who took the win today. Our boy Skyjacker. Jarker. There he is. No trophy, though. No trophy. Pole position, fastest lap. That's the Grand Slam, innit? And win. Coffee. So let's take you to the race results. I don't know how long the breaks are, but I might be able to go out and have a little snoot. So Skyjacker is the winner of race 1. Ensign Newitt come home in second. Jim rounds out the podium. Ooh, and they all get a pit girl each. Koi Carp comes home in fourth, and Dan Wolf place, but I think he's getting used to the car. It doesn't look like he's got much involvement in this car. And Skyjacker got your fastest lap, which means he got the Grand Slam, I think. Win, pole, fastest lap. Beautiful stuff. That's going to be reversed now, so Skyjacker will be starting from the back, and Dan Wolf will be starting at the front, and they'll all put different tyres on. It's going to be exciting. It's at 8:15, so they're all in. I don't think it's been changed, though, has it? I don't want to go to the track and the things haven't been changed. Tell you what, it's even more boring than usual, but I'm going to leave it on the race results. Sorry, guys, because the host hasn't... I mean, the lobby settings haven't been changed. Now they have. But everyone's still entered. That's all right, isn't it? Change room settings, grid order, change reverse grid based on previous race results. Everyone's entered. Beautiful. Okay. Nothing to worry about then. Have they all got their new tyres? Hard tyres. Skyjacker's still on his medium. Ensign's already got a set of mediums on. Jim's still on his... No, he's set up for a new set of tyres on his mediums. Dan Wolf is still on the mediums from the first race. He is yet to change them. And we will sit with... I don't know. Koi, I guess. Koi, the host. We'll press... I don't even think I have to press F1 because we haven't come out of it. All right, I'll be back before 8:15. See you soon. Oh, hang on. Quick chat. For Ensign Newitt saying, congrats Skyjacker, was too conservative on the softs, worried about the wear, then wore them out anyway. That dems the brakes, I guess. So I'll see you soon. Howdy ho, campers. How are we going? Hello, people. We're back. Well, I'm back. They didn't go anywhere. They were carrying on. Although a lot of them are just sat in the pits there, not doing much. Lazy is what I tell you. So we're here, Sunday Sprint Madness, for your pleasure. In the little Toyota SFR concept thing. I will get it right. SFR it is. Racing concept car. A little pocket bullet, is it? They call it pocket rocket. Sorry. And they've had a race one. Skyjacker won that on the medium tyre. Skyjacker now opting to go onto the hard. Ensign Hewitt was on the softs. He's now gone onto the medium tyre. Dan Wolf, who was on the mediums, has gone onto the harder tyre. And Coy and Jim both were on hard tyres. They've gone for the mediums, saving them softs. Everyone's saving them softs for the last race, apart from poor old Ensign Hewitt. I think he's realised he's been left out to dry with the soft tyre. No one has opted for the soft tyre in this session, meaning they're all saving their soft tyre for the final race. And Ensign Hewitt on a set of mediums. Skyjacker starting at the back. Ensign Hewitt second from the back. Dan Wolf will be on pole with that hard tyre. Coy Carp and Jim just behind him on the mediums are going to be wanting to get by Danny as quickly as possible. There's not much happening in the Discord chat. Don't forget, if ever you want to be involved, if you come across us by accident somehow here on YouTube, at www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and that's the site you need to go to find out all the information, how all the cool kids go. You can either buy yourself a nice cap, hoodie, t-shirt, or represent. You can represent that way, or you can find the link to our community, which will take you to our Discord, and that's where you can get all chatty with all of our guys who are involved, and there are plenty in there. Over 100 guys, I think, signed up into Discord. I don't want to do us any disservice. And it might be 99. Who knows? There is a quick way of finding out, but I'm very good at it. Why has it still got... I'm on that now. Go away. Sorry, playing with Discord. And then... is there a way? Is there a number at the bottom? 68 registered drivers. Oh no, 118 members, sorry, but 68 are registered to drive. So it's a good community, plenty going on, talking about real life racing and pretend racing. Big debates whether or not GT7 was worth releasing, and is GT Sport still viable? So yeah, and people, the odd strange one comes up and says, what about ACC or Project Cars 2? And he gets told to leave. No, he doesn't. But hey, why don't we go and race Mario Kart? Well, you know what I mean? ACC, the AI on that is pretty smash happy, and it's a little bit like, are we playing a flight simulator here? And I don't know, Project Cars 2, but it seems to be a joke in the places where the people know what they know. They're going to start racing soon, don't worry, so I'll stop talking. It's 4 minutes to go before race 2. I came on a bit early, I don't know why. I felt like it's because it was such a rush at the beginning. I felt like I should come on and give this a little bit of time and get to know you guys a bit better out there. How are you? I've lost where I was. Sunday comes after... There we go. I'm back in the SSM chat now, but nothing's happening, don't worry. Nothing at all. Here in the stream chat, we have got a little action. Ensign Hewitt, I said, congrats to Skyjacker. He was too conservative on his softs. He was worried about wear more than wore them out anyway. Skyjacker said he was worried about the tyres, to be honest, and then he meant the fuel. And then Skyjacker saying numbers are at bottom of admin. I found them, yeah, I said. There's 118 members. 118 members. 49 unregistered, 68 registered, 72 novice. Novice. So Ensign Ewart, fastest man out there at the moment, with his medium tyre on. 2 tenths, 2.5 tenths. No, Koikarp's just gone fastest of everyone on his medium tyres. Jim doing a 25.9. Oh, he's close in there, isn't he? A 25.1. Only 2 tenths off of Ensign's time. Koikarp's gone into the pits, so Jim very close to the medium runners. Skyjacker's only 3 tenths off with his hard tyres. And Dan Wolf, he's still finding his feet with the Toyota. It's very daunting when you first join a group. It is very daunting, and you've just got to stick with it. You're never going to be on pace with these guys. These guys have raced together. I mean, Ensign Ewart really is the newest member there, and he's almost 2 seasons in, I'd say. Is he 2 seasons? He's done 2 seasons in 2 different categories here, hasn't he? So Ensign Ewart, still fresh-faced, but he's hardened to the driving now. And Skyjacker, Koikarp from the beginning, Skyjacker from the beginning. Nearly, what, 3-4 years it's been running now, VRC? I've definitely been in it, I think 3 years. And we've been streaming the races for about 2.5 years or something like that. So, yes, Dan, he's just gotta bear with it. Take what you can out of these races, and then in the community, in the Discords, there'll be more than enough people happy to help him out with pointers of where he could find a bit of pace. And if we're ready now, if we can. I'm waiting for Skyjacker. There's Skyjacker's one, and now action. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, before anyone else gets in there. Oh, Wolf got in there too fast. Oh, no. The Wolf got in there. Damn. It almost worked. I almost got Skyjacker there with a YMCA. Trying. I wasn't fast enough, though. Nearly, but just wasn't quite fast enough. And now we're going into race 2. Reverse grid of the first race. We've seen the tyres that they're on. And there is Dan Wolf on pole. It's daunting, my friend. It is daunting. You just got to drive your line. Drive your line. The guys around you, they know what they're doing. No one's going to drive into you. So just drive your racing line. No erratic movements. It'll be fine. Here we go, the lights are going on for race 2 at Lago Maggiore East Side, and it's a go here, and it's not a bad start there. It looked like Jim had a great one, though. Jim's had a great one. He wants to get past Dan. Early doors, Koikarp as well. Where's the camera going? Koi, though, whoa, Dan's had a bit of lag there, I think. Woo, I don't know. Dan is in the race, but he's spiking on the internet there. I don't know how strong he's going to be with us. Koikarp then is in the lead. Dan Wolf is in second. Jim is third. Whoa, we haven't had that for a while. We haven't had that since GT7. Dan Wolf is bouncing, man. So Jim, I don't know if them guys are seeing the same thing. No, he's gone. It busted. Sorry, Dan. Good try, man. Koikarp then leading. Jim is in second. Ensign Ewart third. Skyjacker is a fourth. And what tyres are they on again? Skyjacker's on the hards. Ensign Ewart's on the mediums. Jim's, it's a 3-way battle at the front here on the medium tyres. Skyjacker has it all to do. And Koikarp is absolutely tearing away, isn't he, in his little Toyota? He's found a tyre that he's comfortable with. Look at him, he's flying. No one can stay with him. He's over a second ahead of Jim already. Jim's under threat from Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart wants to get by around the outside, possibly. That's tough to ask his little Toyota to do it, and Jim says, no room there, my friend. No room there, I'm afraid. And Ensign Ewart having a look again. He's going for the outside. You can go around the outside, which then puts you on the inside of this corner. And Ensign Hewitt very late on those brakes there, and he got away with it. Absolutely cracking move. It's going to compromise him coming out the corner, and Jim's all over him like a rash. And Jim, oh, I thought he was up the side of him then, but not quite. And now Jim's got a race on his hands there with Ensign Hewitt. Jim's out wide though. Ensign Hewitt, and meanwhile Koykaerp flying away, nearly 2 seconds, purples in every sector. Koykaerp has got it under control at the moment after his spin in race 1, costing him a podium, we think. And Jim, he's got Skyjacker now bearing down on him. Skyjacker on those harder tyres, but he was only 3/10 off of Jim's time, I believe, in practice. So a Skyjacker, he could do some surprises, could make some surprises happen in this second race on those hard tyres. Meanwhile, Koykaerp 2.2 seconds ahead of Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt, he's got to get a shifty on because Jim's now getting a tow from him, and Jim will be wanting to get by or he's going to be in trouble with Skyjacker. So Jim has definitely got to get on with it and get himself past Ensign, because it looks like at the moment Ensign is holding Jim up a little bit. Jim looking up the inside of Ensign Hewitt now, and his space isn't there. Ensign Hewitt 1.7 seconds. Koykaerp must have made a bit of a mess of one of them corners. He's just dropped under 2 seconds, although he got the fastest lap on lap 2 with a 24.6 straight out of the box. Look, 25.3 from Ensign. He's gone very wide now. Jim's going to have a run. No, not quite. Ensign got away with that one, just about. Jim is there on his case with Skyjacker, ready to leap if anyone puts a wheel wrong. And there we go, on board with Skyjacker. He's on the racing hard tyres, remember. Opening him up to the mediums, the softs left for the third race. Everyone, apart from Ensign Hewitt, is going to be on the softs come the final race. And Skyjacker looking like he's getting a good run at the moment on Jim. Ooh, he thought he saw an opportunity up the inside, and it looks like Ensign Hewitt's made a bit of a mess coming out of the corner, and Jim easily getting by. And this is sweet. So Jim now up to second spot after his podium from the first race. He's looking to get himself a second. Koykaerp has absolutely mullered his lead. He's gone from 2 seconds to 3 seconds, all in one lap at 24.8. Jim 25.5 that last time around. Ensign Hewitt 25.8. These guys not getting the best out of these Toyotas, as Koykaerp is. And Koykaerp absolutely caning it out there in the lead. And these three fighting over podium positions here. There's only one that can't be on the podium, and at the moment that is Skyjacker on the hard tyres. But he is hoping, I imagine, that the medium tyres go off a little bit to give him an edge. It's all about the edge here. Koykaerp 2.9 seconds. Koykaerp not putting a foot wrong so far in the race, whereas these three having to get their elbows out, having to get on with the race around them, not getting the smooth choice of racing lines that they want. And Ensign Hewitt's gone for a move on Jim. It looked late, but he got the move done, but he's coming out the corner somewhat slower. And now Ensign Hewitt, Jim and Skyjacker are bumper to bumper coming down the straight, and this could be messy in the first corner if one of them gets it wrong. Jim's going for the move up the inside. He's gone for the move. There is a bit of contact. Skyjacker's having a look as well. They're 3 wide before turn 2. Ensign Hewitt gains the higher ground up the inside. Jim has lost position to Skyjacker. Skyjacker snuck through whilst they were all having a little battle with each other. But Jim just has to stay calm. He's got the better tyre than Skyjacker. And Ensign Hewitt is a bit raggedy in some of those corners. Koykaerp, meanwhile, 3.6 seconds. It's a slam dunk for Koykaerp. No one's going to give him a battle for this one. It's all about the podiums. And Dan Wolf getting back in the room again. Hopefully he can take part in race 3. And yeah, I mean, it's coming all the way over from America. And obviously the server not enjoying his input at the moment, but Ensign Ewart managing to build a little gap. Oh, he's made a mistake though, going wide there. 6/10 turns to 3/10 as Skyjacker brings it to Ensign Ewart, and Ensign Ewart, he's got to get his head in the game. He's losing ground on these guys around him. Wide again for Ensign Ewart, giving Skyjacker second place. Bish, bash and bosh for Skyjacker. A straightforward move there. Waiting for Ensign Ewart. He did have an off. His tyres would have had a little bit of dirt on them. A little less grip. But still, Skyjacker masterclass in driving there. Driving pretty anyway. Ensign Ewart having another look. And it's deja vu for Ensign Ewart. Looking at the back of Skyjacker's car again. And Jimbo wants to get himself back in this race. And he knows Ensign Ewart is beatable. He's just got to get it smooth, get it sweet. And Ensign Ewart and Skyjacker, if they fumble over each other, that really is going to play into Jim's hands. 4.2 seconds now. The Red Bull Toyota is in the lead. He's absolutely massacring the rest of the field. Skyjacker's car wants to go sideways, but he keeps it going the right way. And I thought he'd cooked his goose there a little bit, because Ensign Ewart's got a better drive up the hill. He's having a look to the outside of Skyjacker. Skyjacker moves into the area and stops Ensign Ewart getting the move done, but Ensign Ewart right on his Jaxie now, coming through this section of a road, and he is intent on getting by. Beautiful racing for second, third and fourth here for round 2, race 2, round 1 of the Super Sprint Madness. No, Sunday Sprint Madness, sorry, not Super Sprint, Sunday Sprint Madness. I'll get it right by the end of the season, trust me. Ensign Ewart then going for a break up the inside. Can he get it to stick? He's on the better tyre. He slides out wide, but he's got hold of it. And whoa. Stop the clock, because Ensign Ewart just pulled off an absolute humdinger of a move. Sideways, gets grip of the car, gets it under control, gets himself underway in second place. Pulled one on Skyjacker. It's not often you can get that done. And that is something that he can brag about for weeks. Jim seeing if he can pull the same move off on Skyjacker. Skyjacker quite busy with looking at the back of Ensign Ewart. 5 seconds for Koikart now. He is absolutely shredding this race. This is his race and his race alone. Car 23 out there in the lead, absolutely smashing it. Ensign Ewart trying to cling on to that second place. Skyjacker throwing everything he's got at it, even though he's on the harder tyre. And Jim's right there as well. This is exhilarating racing. Let's get on board with Jim. And what can Jim see? Jim's gone for a move up the inside. Oh, he's having to slow the car. He's going to hit Ensign Ewart. Excuse me. And he had to really get on the anchors. And that's given Skyjacker the move back, as Jim had to overly slow his car down to avoid hitting our man Ensign Ewart there. Skyjacker managing to get back by Jim, and Jim, he's just got to get his head back into it again. 5.2 seconds for Koi Carp. It's an absolute trouncing by the Koi. I did say he is officially the second fastest or second best driver in the VRC. We had a 1v1 knockout competition. And yeah, Quick Up got to the final alongside Homesick Alien, and he came second, but put on it was close. It was a close fight, 1-1 out of 3 races. It was 2-1 to Homesick at the end, but he had to try and get that last race, as it was 1 race each. It's on the stream somewhere, worth a watch. But yeah, Quick Up, regular podium sitter. He's trouncing it. Ensign Ewart, meanwhile, still under pressure from Skyjacker. Skyjacker's tyres. Skyjacker's tyres in a better state, even though they're harder tyres. I don't know how that affects the times. I think Jim is just waiting for his moment, letting them two struggle over each other. We've got 3.5 minutes left of racing. Ensign Ewart having to pull over to the inside to defend. And Skyjacker doesn't mind. He says, I'll do either side here. But Ensign Ewart still managing to stay in that second place, but clinging on with his fingernails, it has to be said. As Skyjacker pours on a little bit more pressure on the Ensign Ewart. Can't call him a rookie. His rookie sticker off. So he's moved up a level. And there we go. Skyjacker closes the deal and says thank you very much. Ensign Ewart trying to come back though. Ensign Ewart up his inside, and he says, I've got more tricks than you, don't worry, I've got as many tricks. And again, Skyjacker going for the inside on Ensign Ewart, and Ensign Ewart, he's really having to keep alert during this race as Skyjacker putting moves on him left, right and centre. It's joyous to see. It's like Skyjacker's playing with. It's like watching my cat play with something outside. And there we go. He's going for around the outside. Nearly ran out of room, but there he's gained it there. Ensign Ewart, I don't know if he knew what to do there, where he made contact with Skyjacker. But Skyjacker through and into second place. Ensign Ewart in third. Jim's not close enough to gain anything from these two battling at the moment. Ensign Ewart's going for that move around the outside that we spoke about, but he can't keep it there. And Skyjacker solid second place after a win from the first race, but Skyjacker dips a wheel on the dirt. He had to lift, and that's put Ensign Ewart right in his trail. And Ensign Ewart will be looking to get a move done up the inside as Skyjacker slides his car slightly. The Toyota looks very slidey. And Ensign Ewart, it's not over. We've got 1.5 minutes of racing to go. I think they'll cross the line before the timer runs out. And Ensign Ewart going for a tight line through the chicane, through the hairpin. And it looks like they're side by side coming up the hill. And I don't know who the advantage is to, really. Skyjacker, he's got the inside line. So Skyjacker manages to keep hold of that second place. Koikart 6.5 seconds lead on these guys. Skyjacker and Ensign Ewart fighting with everything they've got. Jim seems to just be sitting back there. I think Jim's letting them do this and hoping they're going to take each other out and he'll get an easy second spot. But at the moment, second goes to Skyjacker. Ensign going for an inside line again. And this much racing, you can see the odds are they might take each other out. We don't often see it in the VRC, though. They're pretty good at this racing, like these guys. They're pretty good at going around together without taking each other out. Skyjacker has the definitive inside line on here. And but Ensign Ewart's trying something. Ensign Ewart is really racy today against Skyjacker. Skyjacker trying to plant his car there. And Ensign Ewart's giving it lefts, rights all over the shop. Jim's closed right into this battle now and could find he's going to get a double podium if he's works it out right. Koikart starts the season with a win in race 2 at round 1. It's done, it's dusted, it's finished. Look, the timer's run out. All he's got to do is get to that finish line. And he's got 7 seconds worth of mistakes in him. Skyjacker, meanwhile, he's got to race his heart out all the way on those hard tyres against Ensign Ewart. And Ensign Ewart needs the positions because he's going to be starting. He's going to be at a big disadvantage in that final race on those racing. He's got to take out the hards. He's going to be on the hards and everyone else is on the softs. And Jim there in that 4th. He did close right up to those guys. He seems to have lost a bit of time. As Koikart brings it around the final corner, and like Skyjacker, he takes the checkered flag in first place. Great win there from Koikart, great start to his championship campaign. Skyjacker comes home in second, a winner second. It's not a bad start, and Ensign Ewart again on the podium. Take a boo, my son, and Jim just missing out, unfortunately. So it's a winner piece for Skyjacker and Koikart. Ensign Ewart, double podium so far. Great stuff. There is Koi. He gets a trophy. Sky didn't, but he does. And what a cracking little race. I'll take you to the race results. And there you see, it's confirmation. Koikart, Skyjacker, and Ensign Ewart, the podium sitters. Jim, and we lost Dan Wolf. We hope he's going to come back for this next race. We will see. And in the chat, Skyjack saying, fantastic race with Ensign and Jim. Congrats, Coy. Congrats, Skyjacker. Ensign, you were saying, hope that looked good. It looked awesome. Thank you very much. We enjoyed it very much out here in YouTube land. I don't know. Are we having another 50? They're all right. I don't mind. I got back early because, you know, I did already have a fag roll, though. I didn't have time to smoke it all at the beginning of the race, so I left it in the ashtray and then I went back to it. But this one I can have the full beans. Or if I could have half of one, come back and make a coffee for the last race. So we're just awaiting for confirmation. Ensign is saying he's worn his pad out. Time to go and buy a wheel, my friend. And make that purchase. You'll not regret it. I mean, what is it, about 250 for a wheel? A Logitech? It is a lot of money, I do say. Yeah, Jim saying he got massively distracted by Dan Wolf, lag. Close to Coy. Yeah, no, that was a shame. I thought it probably was affecting everyone out there, seeing Dan bouncing around. We haven't seen that since the days of GT7, that old banger of a game. Well, I'm going to take it that it is 15 minutes because we're running out of time. No one said nothing, so we'll get you to the track. Nothing's happening anyway. But you can sit there looking at Coy with his hazard lights on, and I shall return. If I hear engines, I'll run. Oh, I'm staying here then. It's 2040. It's like 6 minutes. Nothing's happening in 6 minutes, so I'll hang out with you guys. Look at the bunny outside. It's getting dark. I wonder if there's anyone who could put it away. Zach, can you put Lincoln away, please, before he becomes fox food? Cool. So yeah, we're racing in a minute, so we'll just hang out and wait for them to go. I can sing to you for a couple of minutes if you want. Oh, my son said please don't. So, Ensign New saying he's same here. He didn't know where to place the car because of the wolf. Skyjack saying yep, me too. And Dante Jose Wilson, sorry, bad internet, guys. Yeah, I know. We know it happens, man. No one's having a swipe. It's just, you know, it's a shame it happens in this day and age. I mean, it's not like we're going through a phone-up modem anymore with a beep, 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 beep. It's meant to be good, solid internet. But these things happen, especially when it goes across the water. It has to go to space, doesn't it? I think it has to go to space and then come back down again, so is that how they get it across the water? I'm not sure. How do they get it across the water? It's satellites. They'll have servers in America, I guess. Servers in Germany, I think someone told me once. The servers for the Europe are. But they don't have a wire going across, do they, to America? Could you plug this in, please? Trump? Excuse me. Can we plug our LAN in to Florida? No, I suppose if we went across Europe, it'd be Canada, wouldn't it? Because that's next to Russia. I don't know. What are we talking about? This is why I go out. And this is why they shouldn't give me 6 minutes of time to just speak. So don't forget, that internet, I think he is pretty sure it's going up to space and back down again to satellites. But don't quote me on that. So, and Skyjack say, no worries, it happens here and there. That's it. Spaceman, always wanted you to go. Spaceman. So, a couple of people dropped off watching. Was it that bad? Yeah, no, I'm just chilling. Sunday night chilling, isn't it? It's Sunday sprint madness. Oh, go on. She's stretching, guys. And got a head spin from a stretch. What a stretch that had to be. Not many people can stretch and get a head spin. Sweet. That's what like huffing solvents is like. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Did you get all hot and flush as well? That's why people do solvents. So here we go. Skyjacker is out there leading the way in practice, getting himself some purples. He's got a win so far, a second place. What's his final race position going to be? I think I had a quick brief look over the rules. I don't think you get anything extra for any other races. I think it's all the same points for each race. As I stroke my iPad down to the Sunday Sprint Madness, and I look for rules and regs and the points situation. Yeah, no, they get 1 bonus point for pole position. So Skyjacker had that, didn't he? So Skyjacker, he's got the most points so far today and fastest lap. And I think Skyjacker, I don't know if that's fastest lap in each race or just the fastest lap over the whole situation. And they are only dropping 1 round, so Pat missing the first 2 rounds puts himself out of contention really, and obviously Baz is only coming for fun. Then here we go, Skyjacker saying there are telephone cables under Atlantic. Yeah, and I want to buy a bridge as well. And Binko saying, I know that feeling, only all I have to do is simply get out of bed. And Skyjacker, fastest lap for each race, I believe. So, are they asking if we're ready? Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fantango. Ooh, why? Very good. Aye. I don't think I can do it. All those other busybodies will get involved. Mine and Skyjacker's little messing about. Oh, down again. And Jim. So I've got, Narot. We're going to get worded. Koi Cup is going to have me and Skyjacker across the coals and say, look, you don't mess about when it's anyone else's lobbies. Why is suddenly my lobby, you guys are allowed to write whatever you want in the ready up? It's R or Y, just because no one can make a decision between the two of them. Used to be Y, are you ready? And everyone put Y, as in yes. And then one day, someone worded it differently. It was Talleyrand. He worded it saying R for ready. R when you're ready or something like that. And then a load of people put R's, and I thought, do you know what? It's all right, it works. And now we've had a mixed bag of R's and Y's, and I'm trying to... Do you mind, Skyjacker? I'm trying to talk here, and all you're doing is screaming in my ear hole. Thank you. Right, so that was the birth of the R's and the Y's. It's really loud, that donut. I know he's doing a donut right under the comms window, but still, I'm trying to do a stream here. All I could hear is squealing tyre wear, and the smell afterwards was awful. Didn't even have time to go. Do you know how I was making plans? Oh, here we go. Anyway, don't worry. It's race time. Jim's on pole. Ensign Ewart second. Skyjacker third. Koi Cup fourth. Dan Wolf at the back. Again, Ensign Ewart's not on the softs. I think everyone else will be. And Jim gets a good getaway so far. Ensign Ewart, he's on those hard tyres. The Skyjacker already getting past him. Dan Wolf is on the softs as well, and so is Koi. But Jim, this is his time to shine. Although he's got Skyjacker behind him, and that is always a scary, scary thing. Behind them, they've got Ensign Ewart on the hards, giving Dan Wolf something to think about. Dan Wolf on those soft tyres should make short work of Ensign Ewart, and Koikap, winner from the race 2, is in the mix as well. Why are we on that camera? Every time it's put me on a really shocking camera. Jim then, and keeping Skyjacker at bay is pretty tricky, and I don't know if sometimes it costs you more to try and keep someone behind it, and at the end of the day he's on a better set of tyres than Ensign Ewart. But the more, if he races Jim, the more he keeps Ensign Ewart, and he might have to box clever here and think it's not worth getting too much into a fight with Skyjacker and letting Ensign Ewart keep with him on those hard tyres. And Koikap already getting past Dan Wolf. And yeah, Koikap already up a position. Dan Wolf though coming back stronger, harder and faster against the Koi. Wolf versus Fish in the battle for 4th and 5th. Jim gets across the line. Jim into the first corner. Skyjacker shadowing him all the way. Ensign Ewart was almost sideways then. I thought he'd lost the car for sure. And Dan's out wide. Oh no, Dan's lost a bit of grip in the corner. Koikap's going to come back, get the position. And there we go, Dan Wolf and Koikap having a big battle down there. Ensign Ewart now starting to struggle with those hard tyres, finding he's got no grip as Jim and Skyjacker battle over first place. Skyjacker is going for the move early doors up the inside. He's got the job done. He's up into the lead. Could this be a double win for Skyjacker this evening for round 1 of the Sunday Sprint Madness? And Skyjacker at the moment leading the way from Jim, whom is in second spot. Ensign Ewart at 1.7 seconds behind him on his hard tyres, and he has to Toyotas. And Ensign Ewart 1.5 seconds ahead of Koi, but Koi's on those racing soft tyres. Ensign Ewart chose the softs in the first race, then he went mediums, now he's gone hard. And Koikap soft, chasing him down. Jim's on the soft, keeping an eye on Skyjacker, and that's all he can do, really. Skyjacker, he's virtually an alien, not quite. He still makes small mistakes, but when he's on his day, he can battle the aliens. He's like a mutant, a human-alien hybrid. Skyjacker. Jim then 1.2 seconds, but he's pulling away from Ensign Ewart, which is the important bar, and Koikap is closing in on Ensign Ewart right now, on board with the winner from race 2. As he closes in with Ensign Ewart, who's on those hard tyres, and it just nothing. Look at that, the speed differential there is absolutely huge, and there was nothing Ensign Ewart could do about that. Indeedly doodly dots. Meanwhile, Skyjacker 2.3 seconds ahead of Jim. Now Jim has got it to do with Koikap, with the bit in between his teeth, wanting that second spot. Jim has got he is Mr. Consistent, remember, 25.0, 25.3, great lap times. Koikap, he's in the 24s though. He did a 24.3 that last time around, but will he burn his tyres out before the end of the race? Jim keeping it steady, looking after the tyres. Skyjacker at 23.5 and the fastest man, and don't forget you get a point, so there's 3 points to gain for those fastest laps. I didn't notice who had it in race 2. Was it Koi? Yeah, I think it might have been Koikap had the fastest lap for race 2. So another point up for grabs with that fastest lap. Skyjacker 2.7. Oh, Koikap is really on a push, isn't he? Koikap taking no presence, already got it down to 1.5 seconds between him and Jim on the same tyres. This is going to be a battle and a half, and Ensign Ewart on those hard tyres, nothing he can do. He's got to hope that the soft tyres really fall off the cliff edge, but we haven't seen that so far. There will be tracks that it does happen, A 28.6 for Dan Wolf. He's getting in the groove as Ensign Newer sliding through the final corner. Koikap less than a second from Jim now. Another 24.0 as Jim 25.7. And this is concerning in the Jim camp. He missed the apex of that last corner. I saw Coy going right over the apex, and this is how Coy's doing it. He's getting those brakes early. He's getting through the corner, getting a good drive out the corner. As you see Jim out wide after the corner, and Coy is just chewing through these corners again on the brakes. Staying in tight through there. Jim having to be defensive, staying in the middle of the track, keeping his Toyota as wide as he possibly can. And Coy backing off in that corner just to carry more speed through this corner to try and get on top of Jim as they come out. But Jim's got the corner sorted out as they come up the hill, full pelts. Nothing Koikap can do, but he can gain a bit of ground. Jim's all the way over to the right of the track as Coy has a look around the outside, and Jim onto the apex of the corner, down and out of the corner, onto the accelerator, but 2/10. Koikap's going to get a little bit of a tow coming down this straight. He's going to try and go for the outside line on Jim. And if he can stay there on the outside, it puts him on the inside for this next corner. And that was the move I was talking about. We haven't seen anyone doing it. And Koikap executes it perfectly there. And Jim, he's just left scratching his head, wondering what he's got to do. He's doing great lap times. He's doing everything right. And then Koikap catches him up like that. But Koikap is on another level today. He's driving above and beyond. Skyjacker, meanwhile, talk about another level. He's 5 seconds ahead of the field. 7 minutes remaining in this race. And that job is done and dusted. Koikap into second place ahead of Jim, who's looking good for his second podium. Ensign Newer on those hard tyres, not much he can do. And Dan Wolf, he's up to 25s. He's lost a lot of time early doors in this race, which has not helped him against those guys ahead of him. Skyjacker, meanwhile, flying high like an eagle in the sky. Jacker. Koikap can't shake off Jim though. Jim only 4/10 behind Coy. 25.5 for Jim last time around. Coy doing a 24.9. Coy really has the pace, but Jim's keeping with him. And there's nothing that it seems Coy can do to shake off the Jim. He's adamant. He might want that second place back, you know. He might have only loaned it to Koikap. While he sat and saved a bit of fuel, saved his tyres a bit, and come back on the attack. Ensign Newer at 3.5 seconds behind these guys. He can get an early 25 out of this bad boy, but it's also he can get sort of mid 26s if he pushes too hard. So Ensign Newer just trying to drive her steady, bring her home on those hard tyres. And Skyjacker absolutely owning it out there at the moment. 5.5 minutes left of racing to go. Koikap gently pulling away from Jim, but only by tenths, not major times. And Jim still there on Koikap's rear view, giving him a lot to think about, closing in very much so in that corner. Jim carrying up a lot of speed through the final corner, getting into the toe, coming down the straight, and this could be delicious from Jim. He's a little bit too far back to get a move, but driving like this is really going to get him in there. He's got into the 24s now, and Coy going a little wide into that corner, a bit overly defensive into the second corner, and Koikap a little bit over driving. Well, it's still 4/10 though, so I thought Coy had lost a bit of time there, but Jim definitely starting to find the sweet spot of that Toyota as he brings it towards Koikap. Koikap, it's not over and done with for him in second place. Meanwhile, Skyjacker 6.5 seconds ahead of Coy and Jim as they battle it over. And Ensign Ewart, pretty lonely race for Ensign, 6 seconds behind the guys ahead of him. The only guy on the racing hard tyres at the moment, and Dan is still getting acclimatised to the VRC and to his Toyota. So Skyjacker keeping on track for his second win of the evening. He's had 2 wins and a second place. Well, a win and a second place so far. This one isn't done yet. He's nearly 7 seconds ahead of Coy, who has now pulled out a good chunk of time on Jim. 1.8 seconds, nearly 2 seconds for Coy. And Coy has been fast all evening. Had a bit of a spin in a race 1, put him on the back step, but other than that, he hasn't put a foot wrong. Jim, solid drive from Jim, nice consistency. Ensign Ewart, he's if it weren't for Skyjacker, he would have had a good evening. He seems to always find himself behind Skyjacker in the first 2 races, except for this one, where he's found he's off of the podium for the first time of the weekend, or this evening, sorry. Cool. When I say weekend, it's just because I think of a race meeting as a weekend. Suspend disbelief. We're at a race weekend. Skyjacker then 7.5 seconds ahead of Coy. Coy 2.3 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim 6.5 seconds ahead of Ensign, who is 9. In a bit of lawn. He's having fun, and he's fighting that car, but he looks like he's having fun fighting it. We've got 2 and a bit minutes to go as Skyjacker crosses the line. I thought I was going to fall off my chair. Skyjacker crosses the line to start the penultimate lap. I believe he'll get round and get another lap in, and at the moment it just doesn't look like anyone's poised to get anything out of this. Skyjacker looks good for the win. Coy Carp looking solid for second place. Jim, that final podium position seems to be all his, and it's just a couple of laps just to get it guaranteed. Ensign Ewart seems to be okay, and Dan Wolf flinging it through the corners. So Skyjacker, meanwhile, driving the Toyota. Like he means it. Here at Lago Maggiore, east side, for round 1 of the Sunday Sprint Madness. I'll get the name right by the end of the season. And you know, we've got things coming up this week as well. Tuesday evening's live stream will be the Super GTs, the Group 2 cars. Absolutely fantastic racing we've had in that so far. I think that's round 5 or something like that we're going into. And then I think we've got the Thursday, we've got the final of the Renault Megane Trophy, the round 10. And I think there's about 2 or 3 people can win that championship, so it's one well worth choosing to tune into. Friday evening we'll have the Max 5s back again. They were humdinging, I'm telling you, they were cracking. And then that brings us around for a week to be back here with the Sprint Sunday Madness Sunday Sprint, Sunday Sprint Madness, and we'll be at, I don't know, I looked at the tracks, I can't remember them now. Round 2 is Interlagos. There you go. We'll be at Brazil. And there we go then, the final lap counter is up as Skyjacker makes his way around. Coy Carp 3.2 seconds ahead of Jim. Jim closing it in though, come the end of the race. And he's 10 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart, who really stood no chance on those hard tyres against the softs. And has come home in 4th ahead of Dan, who is, I'm guessing, just getting used to it. And there he goes, Skyjacker crosses the line, nearly sideways, be careful. Nearly lost his car. Koikart comes home for his second podium. A win and second place. Great stuff for Koikart. And Jim gets his second podium of the event. Take a boo, my son. Ensign Newark coming home for fourth place. Best of the rest. And a great drive by all. And Dan Wolf coming around the final corner to get himself fifth. Still good points, you know. Still good points. Whilst everyone else is away. And Skyjacker, I believe, got that fastest lap as well. More points for Skyjacker. This could be a ship. Might have his name on that trophy already. They're starting to scribe an S on it, at least. And I'll take you to the race results as we wrap things up here at the club. There you go. There you have it. Skyjacker, confirmation, his second win of the evening, with Koikart coming home in second, Jim finishing off the podium, Ensign Newark in fourth, Dan Wolf in fifth. Skyjacker got the fastest lap on race, lap 3, with a 1:23.566. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was round 1 of the Sunday Sprint Madness. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Norma Stitz. Thank you for... Does that make sense, Norma? Norma Stitz. It'd be Norma. Not a Norm. I don't think that works, Norma. Norma Stitz or Norma Scocks. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Pat McGroin. Thank you for checking us out here at the Virtual Racers Club. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're new to the YouTube. And check out during the week for Tuesday racing, Thursday racing, Friday racing, and now Sunday racing. In the chat, Ensign Newark saying congrats, Skyjacker. Skyjacker saying thanks, guys, was fun. Skyjacker said solid job thingy, thanks. Cheers, bird. So that was it, innit? Mike Oxbig was who I was. And I've told you all the racing. I've told you everything. We're done. That's it. Enjoy your Sunday evening. And just chill. Peace and love. Peace and love, guys.